What's up, guys? This is Justin bringing you Season 2, Episode 1 of the Call Center Chronicles. Well, today I have something special for you guys. Now, as I've been stating, as I've been alluding, I'm going to be moving over to the laptop and get everything set up for that. And it's true. My cell phone is right here. And yeah, that's Deadpool. So everything is now on the computer, on the laptop itself. I'm moving over so that, well, basically I can do more for you guys. And the first episode of season 2 is going to be me reacting to a video about call centers. And we're going to go ahead and start that off here with if call center employees were honest. And I'll give you my reaction, my take on that video itself. In fact, honestly, to be honest, I don't think I've seen this video before. So this is going to be my first time seeing it, so let's see how it goes.
Yes, I know how long you've been holding, and I don't care.
Okay, so just real quick, that's actually pretty accurate. We got to deal with dozens of calls in a day, so if someone is complaining that they were on hold for so long, we're going to be like, I'm sorry to hear that, but really we don't, because we're going to be hearing that more than 10, 15, 20, 30 times in a single hour. 1 hour. Now, when I have to call a call center, it doesn't bother me. I know what they're going through because we're brothers and sisters in arms fighting the queue. We're all call center warriors. And we're all call center warriors, so we all have to deal with that. So if I have to call my phone provider, if I have to call the people for Xbox, then it's yeah, it's fine. I understand. I'm not going to be like an entitled Chad or an entitled Karen going all off. I'm like, normal people are going to understand this because normal people have either probably worked 1 in a call center, 2 in retail, or 3 in customer service. I mean, seriously, the third one, that some type of customer service, like fast food, being a waiter or waitress. I mean, we all understand this. I mean, we're all part of that customer service umbrella. So we're not going to raise a fuss just because the wait time was long. We're going, no, it's going to be a little long, and it's fine. It's understandable. It's nothing to get mad about. But Karen's like, you know.
Why, yes. I'd love to spend the next 10 minutes of my life being told what a horrible person I am by a stranger.
I'll definitely transfer you to my supervisor, who will give you the same information I just gave you.
Okay, just that does happen quite a bit. I have had situations where I will explain something to someone about 10 different ways, and they don't like what I have to say each time. So I transfer them to a department supervisor, and I just love seeing my supervisor's reaction when they're like, "Are you serious? Why are you transferring this to me?" Because the supervisor tells them the exact same thing, almost in perfect order, a second time. Well, maybe a fourth or fifth time, considering I just had to tell them that 3, 4, 5 times. And they didn't want to get it with me, so they thought, well, you know what, maybe the supervisor will have a different answer. They don't. They really don't.
As soon as you started yelling, I zoned out.
I'm not sorry I placed you on hold for 5 minutes. I was hoping you'd hang up.
Oh, you're never going to use our company again? Great. That means I'll never have to talk to you again.
I'm going to tell you the issue is resolved so that I can go on break.
I'm telling you that I'm finishing up with another customer, but really I'm just catching up on office gossip.
Now, just cycle back to that previous one itself. Yeah. If I'm going to put someone on hold, that's mainly because, one, I really need to finish up that previous call because the last person did not like what I have to say and just hung up. And when I say, well, I've resolved the situation, is because I've actually went ahead and actually tried to resolve the situation for you, But I mean, there's just sometimes where the person just does not like the resolution, either because of corporate policy or just a type of policy in general, either whether it be corporate or federal, depending what type of call center you do or what type of customer service you do. There's some type of policy in place, but it resolves the situation, maybe not the way you like, but I mean, it gets resolved. Maybe not the way that person may like, but hey, if I get something resolved, even if it's a small win, I take it. I mean, I've done this, I've had to call in as a customer myself, and I'll take a small win, even if it's just a little bit. Hey, it got taken care of. And I appreciate that because I know that they would have done the exact same thing I would have done. All right, let's continue.
I asked you to repeat that because I was too busy texting on my phone.
I'm gonna hang up on you and pretend it was an accident.
I'm attempting to sound empathetic because quality assurance is listening.
The only perk of my job?
Okay, pretending to sound empathetic because quality is listening. I will have to say sometimes that may be true because sometimes you may have to deal with someone that's completely ranting about every little thing that's not related to the call itself. Just because you want to call in and get your balance, I don't need to know that you accidentally stepped on your cat's tail, that your fourth uncle 3 times removed is getting married again. Like, I'm going to say, oh, that's nice. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that your cat was hurt. I don't care. I just want to get done with the call, and if quality's listening, make sure that they know I'm trying to sound professional and empathetic for the caller. Let's continue.
Is not seeing your face.
Please stop telling me this pointless story. Just tell me your problem so we can both get on with our day.
That's true. That right there is true. None of us who work in call centers or any type of customer service want to know your entire life story we just want to know the reason of your call. I don't need to know why everything else that's going on in your little life. I just need to know why are you calling? You need a balance? Great. Let me get that balance for you. You want to know your transaction history? Great. Let me go ahead and provide the 10 most recent transactions, or let me send you out your statements. I mean, hey, it's just that simple, people. But no, these people want to tell their entire life story from the day that they were born to when they got into a car crash 10 years ago. I don't understand some of these callers sometimes. It's just really wow. Just wow.
I'm saying this with confidence, but I have no idea if this information is true.
I fully intend to look you up on Facebook after this, just
Actually, that last one, fully intend to look you up on Facebook. I don't know anyone that would actually do that. And honestly, if you've been doing call centers long enough, you already know most of the systems, most of the programs, and you already know a solution to a call before it even comes in. If it's an actual error, an actual issue, more than likely you already know how to fix it, resolve it, and get them on their way. As long as you pay attention in training, as long as you pay attention to updates, as long as you pay attention to what your supervisors tell you every day. Shout out to my supervisor who is always on our butts about doing things right and perfect the first time. Because, I mean, heck, we can be okay agents, but we can be even better if we had supervisors or managers that are pushing us to do better. My department supervisor where I work, she's always doing that for us. And she's great. I love that because I because honestly, I can be I will just get by on the bare minimum. But because I have someone like that as my leader, it makes me motivated to do more. So I'm not going to tell a caller, "Oh yeah, I took care of it for you, but I don't know what I'm doing." No, I'm going to take care of that call to the best of my ability, and I know I did everything right because my supervisor taught me right. She trained me well. Perfect. If I didn't, well, that just looks bad on her because, well, what am I doing? Am I just showing up for a paycheck or am I doing my job right? That's the difference between certain coworkers. There are those of us who just show up, and then there's those of us who actually do our job right the first time. And it comes down to leadership. And we got some good leaders where I work, and I respect a lot of them because they're good at what they do. And right with that one right there, I'm going to say that falls into the category of people who just barely squeak on by, who are just there for the paycheck.
Just to see how much of an asshole you are.
I'm not sorry you feel that way.
I'm not sorry that happened.
Oh no, I understand. I just don't care.
This job has made me dead inside.
This job has given me a fear of talking on the phone.
Listen, babe, call me hun one more time, and I'll burn this place down.
Okay. That's actually quite true. Working in a call center long enough, you tend to feel like you're dead inside. Honestly, you need an outlet. And me doing these videos, it gives me that outlet. I also barbecue. I love to barbecue now. I didn't used to before, but it gives me time to de-stress, relax. Everyone has their own thing. I got a friend who just loves playing video games. I mean, I used to do that when I first started working call centers many, many, many years ago. But as I've gotten older, video games are fun. I just don't play competitively anymore. I used to play Halo multiplayer daily, almost daily. Was I good? I was all right. Was I great like you would see in the major league tournaments? No, I wasn't that good. But I use it as a de-stressor. Now that I'm older, doing these videos, fun. I love them. And barbecuing, heck, I love it. It's fun. It's a great way to de-stress. And I've had some women call me sweetie, honey, and it bothers me. I don't like it because I'm trying to remain professional. I don't see that as professional. And I just don't like it at all.
Have a great day.
I guess that was the entire video right there. Now, that itself is actually some of that is actually pretty spot on. I'm not gonna lie, it's right up there on some of the stuff we actually have to deal with, and some of how they were portraying it, not too accurate. I mean, yeah, it's kind of accurate, but I'm going to go ahead and pop that bubble right there. I mean, I've seen some BuzzFeed videos, and they're pretty cool. It's just not all call centers are like that, and not all agents are like that. But with that itself, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of the Call Center Chronicles, and I'll see you in the next video. Now, before I do go, I do want to give out a shout out to my friend. Her name on Facebook is Jessie Hooves, and she has she's a musician, and her YouTube page is going to be down here in the description of Not Dead Yet. She does some great music. She does some great work. It's amazing. If you have not checked her out yet, you need to check out her music. It's amazing. I'm going to be dropping a link in the description down below. And please remember, guys, like, share, and subscribe so we can keep growing this channel. We can keep getting it out there. And so people know we can break the stigma of customer service, and we can talk about this more, especially with call centers. All right, guys, have a great evening, and remember, kill that queue.